Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda and this is my channel, Her Pacific Northwest Washington Life, and today we are kicking off the week 34 reading vlog. This is the, the second or the third full week of the N.E.W.T.s? We're on our third full week. And I am doing fairly well with my reading goals. I think I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I finished 10 books so far, so I've got 7 left. I did finish the last little bit that I had left of Zenith last night, which was my A for astronomy, to read a book with either the word star in the title or star on the cover, and this one has like a little galaxy with stars everywhere and stuff. So finished this. I enjoyed it for what it was, 3-star rating. Kind of excited to see what happens next because there was an interesting twist and turn of events at the end that I think will cause a very interesting second book in the series. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it was all right. The only book then that I had carry over was Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. This is my, what are you? It's my O in arithmancy, which is to read a book between 260 and 299 pages. I am at the end of chapter 6, so that's how far I am. Hoping to read another good chunk of this tonight. Interested to see where the events go and what kinds of things the kids get up to in this series or in this book. I think it'll be a lot of fun to see what happens next. And then I've got 2 more books that I started today. So my other physical read that I'm going to try and read both Sea of Monsters and Fire by Kristen Kishore at the same time. This is a buddy read with my friend Erica at the channel Break Even Books. This is my E for Transfiguration, which is to read a book with either the word dragon or fire in the title, or a dragon or fire on the cover. The title of this is just Fire, and it's quite red. I don't think there's actually any fire going on in this, but this is the second book in the Graceling Realm series, which it's a trilogy and they are all companion books. So far I haven't been introduced, I'm only in the prologue, but I haven't been introduced to any characters that we met in Graceling. So I'm not sure if there's going to be any sort of overlap or if we're just set in the same world following somebody who has a different grace than Katsa did. So interested to see how this goes. It's a chunky book, but the text is quite large. And Eric and I read Graceling together fairly quickly, so I don't feel too daunted by this book. And then the last book I have is Alex Approximately by Jen Bennett. I'm listening to this on audiobook through Scribd, and I just started this morning and I'm already in chapter 9, so I think I'll be flying through this. I'll probably have this done by tomorrow. This is my O in Ancient Runes, which is to read a romance. This is young adult contemporary and it's got a romance in there. I've read 3 of Jen Bennett books so far, and I've read 2 of her books. This is the 3rd one, and I liked the first 2 that I read. So I'm excited to see where this one goes. There was a line though, this girl that we're following, her name is oh my gosh, Bailey, and she has just moved out to California with her dad, or to live with her dad, and she's working at this kind of like historical mansion site that was turned into a tourist attraction. It's like built over these caves or something like that. and she's working the ticket booth, and she's got a friend that she met who's around the same age. They're all like 17, 18. And she's talking in a scene about how she's not working with her friend, and she's been put with an older woman who's in her 20s. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm that older woman now because I'm 29. Like, that's how 17-year-olds probably perceive me. Or maybe not, but I heard that line and I was like, that's just silly. But I'm enjoying reading this book. I'll let you know more what it's about after I finished it. But just a quick update. I told you all at the end of last week's vlog which books I have finished, or which prompts I finished. So I'm just going to go through which prompts I have left. So like I said, my O for Ancient Ruins, which is Alex Approximately. My O for Arithmancy, which is The Sea of Monsters. Then I've got my E in Astronomy, which is going to be Nexus. Then I've got my O in Herbology, which will be the third Percy Jackson book, which I think is The Titan's Curse, or Titan's Curse. I have my O for Potions, which is going to be Emma, and then I've got my O for Transfiguration, which will be The Wicked Deep. So really close to being done. I'm really excited to see what the rest of these books have in store. So I'm gonna get back to listening to Alex Approximately. The boys have just left home while I'm working. They are headed to the bank, I think, and then their plan is to wash Sky's car and vacuum it out. And then when I get off work, we need to run to the bank, my bank, and then we are going to go car shopping. So I might have a new car to show you tonight if things go as planned. So if I share any of that with you, it will be like phone footage. I don't know that I will though. But that's the plan for today. So lots of things to look forward to, and I'm gonna get back to it so the day goes by quicker and we can go get a car in the 90-degree plus heat. Ugh. Alright, so quick reading update before I move into some other things. I did finish Alex Approximately today. I had maybe like 2 hours left in it. I totally could have finished it yesterday, but I'll tell you about later. We went car shopping. I am giving this a 4-star rating. It's a really cute little summer contemporary romance that I really enjoyed. We follow Bailey, who is really into like classic films and stuff, and she currently lives in DC or New Jersey with her mom. Her parents have divorced, and her mom's a divorce lawyer on the East Coast, and her dad is a CPA who went to college somewhere in California, and he decided to move to California after the divorce. So Bailey's mom has a new husband or boyfriend named Nate, I think, that they are not doing so well. So Bailey is like a master evader of all problems and things like that. She likes to reference herself as the Artful Dodger, which is a character in, pretty sure it's Oliver Twist, by Charles Dickens. So she decides that she is going to move cross country to live with her dad, who is also an Artful Dodger. Bailey has also, though, been conversing on this like film chat room with this guy named Alex, who she has connected with very well, even though they don't really have very many similar tastes in film. And he knows that her dad lives in the same town as him, so he's trying to convince her to come out for the summer and visit her dad, so that they can go to this film festival together and all that other stuff. But she moves without telling him. And then some distance grows between those two because Bailey starts working at this museum. where she meets this boy named Porter, who is like super good looking, buff, popular surfer dude, who's kind of a bit of a jerk at first, but then they start to really get along and help each other through some things. And some things are revealed. So I just enjoyed this a lot. I think if I'm gonna rank these books, I would probably say the one I always forget the name of that's based in Seattle. Serious Moonlight would be my favorite, then Alex Approximately, and then Starry Eyes. So I enjoyed this, like I said, 4-star rating. This worked for my prompt for a romance. I don't even remember what category that was, but another book done. I also started reading yesterday. I started reading Fire by Kristen Kishore. I made it through the first chapter. Eric is already on chapter 6, so I promised him I would do some serious catch-up today. I didn't even see how far in chapter 6 is. It's just under 100 pages in, it looks like. So I need to play catch up, but the reason I didn't get a lot of reading done yesterday is because we went car shopping, like I already mentioned. There's a town near us that has quite a few dealerships and stuff. We were kind of set on getting a Toyota RAV4. So the thing is, the car I really want is a Toyota Highlander, and we can't afford it right now. So we can't afford like any 3-row cars at the moment. So I was going to settle for a RAV4, even though I don't really want a RAV4. But that's what we went up to look at, because the local dealership to us said they had like 58 in the RAV4 XLE available. So it showed they had plenty of inventory. We get up there though, and they have like 3 available, and in the colors that I absolutely will not buy a white or a silver car, just because white cars to me are government cars, and I don't want a white car for that reason. And silver cars I just think are ugly. I don't like silver. I much prefer like the dark gray. And we've had a lot of silver cars in my family, so I just want not a silver car. So they basically had white and silver and black. And black is okay to me. Not my top choice, because black shows dirt like super, super easy. So they didn't have the color combination of exterior and interior that I wanted available, so we would have had to wait. But we did test drive an LE, which had a couple other like package deal things added onto it. So it was pretty comparable to the XLE, and the big thing I wanted was fog lights, which is why we were going for the XLE option. And it would have been cheaper if we had gone with this black one to add fog lights in than it would be to just buy the new XLE. So we took it for a test drive. Something I don't talk about like ever on my channel is that I do have anxiety and I get panic attacks when I drive, primarily when I drive on the freeway. So Sky was our test driver yesterday, and after we did the test drive, like Sky really likes the RAV4. I got in the car though and like adjusted the seats and all that stuff, and the issue with the colorway that I wanted, the inside, is that I wanted black interior versus like this gray with black weird combo. But the roof didn't get lighter. It was black all the way around, and the LE models don't have a sunroof, so it felt honestly like I was in a cave. It just felt very claustrophobic in there. I'm sure part of it had to do with how hot it was too when we were looking at cars. I felt very suffocated, and I didn't feel like I would probably be very comfortable driving that car around, especially considering I get panic attacks. So I pretty much have written RAV4s off the list. I didn't want one to begin with, so that was just kind of like the nail in the coffin for it. But something else we were looking at was the Volkswagen Golf All-Track. And there's a Volkswagen dealership that was a minute away from the Toyota dealership. So we drove down there. And the last year the All-Track was made was in 2019. So they had the gray color that I want in both a manual and automatic. I can drive a manual. Like if we were in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and everybody I was with had like severe concussions or wounds to where they couldn't drive, I could get us out of there. However, I've never like driven a manual full time or done anything more than just learn how to drive a manual. So I've never like properly driven it on the highway. I've never properly driven one through town or anything. So it would definitely be a learning curve for me. I could for sure do it. But I would be much more comfortable in an automatic just because that's what I'm used to. So we test drove the automatic, and there's actually an indoor soccer place by the dealerships that my brother plays soccer at. So we went up there and I drove the All-Track around the parking lot, and it felt really great. Like I really liked the car. We were going to buy it, however, they would not come down as low on the price as we wanted. So we ended up walking away. And there's another dealership that's near Skylar's work that we could go look at. They have quite a large inventory of these things, and they have, it looks like the same promo going on that the Volkswagen dealership near us has on, which is like $5,500 or something off the ticket price. And because they're not made anymore, these are cars that have probably been on the lot since the end of 2018, since they're brand new 2019s. So they've been at the dealerships for about 2 years, and you know that they really want to push these things out because they're going to be getting new 2021 inventory soon. But anyway, so that's an option to go look at those. We like the SE trim package, but Skylar was doing some research today that the sunroofs, or I think they call those moonroofs, there's like 2 of them. It's pretty much like the whole roof of the car is a sunroof, which I think is really cool. It makes it feel super open, but I think there's like a lawsuit out on those right now because of how badly they leak and other things, and like Volkswagen is aware of the issue, but they won't do anything to fix it. So that's kind of like a little bit of a deal breaker for Skylar, even though he absolutely loves Volkswagen, is that even though his 2 cars he has now currently don't have a sunroof, mine does, but my car, the button's pretty sticky. So I'm afraid that the next time I open it, it's not going to close. So I haven't used my sunroof in like well over a year. So it's not a deal breaker for me to not have a sunroof, but for Skylar it kind of sounds like it is. And I think he wants to push me towards something a little different that he thinks I'll be a little happier in, because I would like an SUV. He's more of the kind of like sedan the hatchbacky, like wagon type person. I like the idea of wagons, but I think they're a little too low for me. But today, after my violin lesson, the boys are going to go with me up to my lesson because my teacher lives right by the dealerships that we were at yesterday. So we are going to look at a Mazda CX-5, excuse me, and I think is it a CX-30? I know there's a CX-3. I think it's a different letter combination and a 30. I think Skylar said is comparable in height to the CX-5. So we're going to look at that, and I think we're also going to look at a Honda a CR-V too, just to kind of test drive and compare. And if I'm not happy with either of those, I think we'll probably go the route of going to the Volkswagen dealership near his work to get the All-Track, if they can work with us on price. So long story short, haven't been reading because we've had the kiddo since Friday, which is great. We get to keep him until this Friday, and we've just been busy bees. So it's going to be another busy day. I'm off work now. I'm going to round up Maddie's DS in a book. That way, if we do decide to get either the CX-5 or the CR-V, why do cars have so many C's in them? I don't know. Probably because it's cross something. Never mind. So yeah, we're gonna have some things for him to do while we're at the dealership if we start going down the financing route. Because he really, really enjoyed test driving cars yesterday, and he was like, I'm pretty sure the kid is ADHD. I've never gotten him tested or anything. He's just got a lot of energy. He likes to be going. And we were both so impressed by his behavior at the dealership yesterday. Like, it was not at all what we were expecting. We were kind of expecting a little holy terror, and he was just fantastic. And asked him, like, do you want to go car shopping again? And he said, yeah, I want to go test drive some more cars. It's like, okay. And we prepped him beforehand. We said there's going to be a fun part of this and there's going to be a not fun part of this. So he knows that when we go inside and start talking numbers, that's going to be the not fun part, and that's when he can play his games or read his book or something. But I'm going to go wrangle those things up, get some water, and get the boys ready to get out the door because we need to leave in about a half hour. So I probably won't check in again tonight, but I think I definitely will tomorrow with some updates. Alright, so it has been quite some time since my last check-in, and I'm going to make this one a quick one. I think I told you, we have the kiddo all week. He actually goes home today. Yesterday we celebrated Skylar's birthday. He is the big 3-0, and I haven't been getting a whole lot of reading done because Monday night and Tuesday night we were at dealerships, and then Wednesday we had to finalize paperwork for the car that we ended up getting, and then I had a dentist appointment, and then it was family night, and then yesterday we were pretty much just celebrating Sky's birthday with the family. And in the evening, Sky and I watched, I think, 2 episodes of X-Files. So I am way behind Eric now in Fire. I feel awful, but he totally understands. It's just we've had a lot of late nights. So I've only been getting like maybe 30 pages read. I'm on page 110 and I think he's almost at page 300. So I need to do some serious catching up in this book. I've put Sea of Monsters down for the moment just because this takes priority because it is a buddy read. So I want to hopefully get a good chunk of this read today. It's a bit rainy today, so I think we're gonna mostly stay inside and play games and things before Maddie Boy has to go, but there might be a point when I can sit down and read at least a chapter or 2. And then I think yesterday I started reading Nexus by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. This is the 2nd book in the N.E.W.T.s Saga, and it picks up right where Zenith left off. I am listening to the audiobook. I think I'm at the start of chapter 9 now, so I've got somewhere around like 11 hours left in the audiobook, so that's going pretty well. But yeah, today is just gonna be a lazy at home day. If I didn't, I don't think I updated you. So Monday we test drove a Toyota RAV4 and a Volkswagen Golf All-Track. I really liked the All-Track, but we couldn't agree on pricing with Volkswagen. I'm pretty sure I told you the last year they were made was 2019, so this car it's brand new. It's been sitting on their lot for 2 years, and we weren't comfortable paying. I think 27 is what they were willing to go down to. We weren't willing to pay 27,000 for a car that had been sitting for essentially 2 years. So we walked on that, and then Tuesday the boys went with me to my violin lesson because my teacher didn't have a student right after me, and she lives right on the water. So the boys took Maddie's magnet fishing set and his metal detector, and while I was doing my lesson they went down to their beach, which is just a completely rocky beach, and played around and stuff, so that was really nice for them. And then because she lives like 5 minutes from the dealerships, we decided Tuesday night to go to Mazda to test drive a CX-5. We were going to do that, and if we had time, a Honda CRV, but we test drove the Mazda. I think it was Sky's #1 pick, and then RAV4 was his #2, but we were looking at RAV4's first, which now I don't really recall why, because I knew I didn't want a RAV4. I think because one of my coworkers down in Austin has a CX-9, and it's the third row one. They don't make the CX-7 anymore. The CX-9 just did not have enough legroom, so I kind of just like wrote off the new Mazdas, essentially. So I don't really want to look at a CX-5, but it's essentially my car, just obviously a newer version. So we both fell in love with that car. It felt comfortable driving it, just like I was driving my old car, except I actually had responsive brakes and a not sticky gas pedal. Basically, we got the Grand Touring package that has the sunroof and the leather seats. It's got the heated seats and all that good stuff. So Tuesday night we started working on financing and stuff, and silly me did not even think to bring my marriage license, which turned out being fine because there was a small recall part on the Mazda that they had to fix anyway before they could let it drive off the lot. So we finished up paperwork on Wednesday, got to bring her home. I also had a dentist appointment, and then we went for like a little drive in the evening along the water, which was really nice. So haven't driven her a whole lot yet, but really happy with that purchase, and just the car that we're gonna have for the next, who even knows how many years, hopefully a long time. But now it's breakfast time. Matty Boy's talking to his grandma, which is Sky's mom, on the phone. They're doing a video call, and he's messing with all the filters, if you can potentially hear him, maybe. But pretty much after breakfast is done, Sky's probably going to get ready for the day, and then we'll hang out and play some board games. I might, there's a retirement apartments not far from us that I saw a Facebook post that the residents wanted some books. So maybe while Sky's in the shower, Maddie and I will run and take them some books, because they like war-based books and like mystery thrillery type things, which I don't have a lot of either of those, but I picked a couple that I thought maybe they would like, and so I want to go drop those off for them, because they have been banned from the library. They're not allowed to go in, I'm assuming because of their age, because they would be in the like higher at-risk category right now. So they need to read too, so I might as well take them the books that I was going to donate anyway. So I think that's what we're going to do. I don't know, but I'll, if I don't update you again today, I will take you along tomorrow, because we are doing some fun things, but I'll save that for tomorrow to let you know.
Wait, does that mean 4 miles left? Yeah, but
So I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I wanted to organize my craft dresser that is in my office. It is a 6 drawer something or other from IKEA. The left hand side is all smaller drawers and the right hand side is about like twice the width of the small drawers. But it holds all of my scrapbooking stuff, my printer paper, foiling things, and other such items. And a lot of the items I don't use and I'm never going to have time to use. So I want to kind of purge that. I was studying here earlier, but I just kept getting distracted. When I have a space that's not clean, it's really hard for me to focus. So I thought that I would take maybe 2 hours and organize my craft dresser and go through everything and just get a cleaner working space that will hopefully help me work a little better. I'm going to hopefully finish Zenith while I'm doing this. I have maybe 2.5 hours left. No, I probably have 4.5 hours left, and if I listen to it on a faster speed, then I will finish it quicker. But I'm going to flip you around. I will show you where I'm at with my books and just a general overview of what's in my drawers at this moment. Okay, so really quickly, I've got my books sitting here. I'm trying to do this thing when I study where I study for a half hour and then take a quick break. So I got the audiobook of Fire because I'm so far behind on this and I have been listening to it on 2 times speed and reading with my eyeballs. But that's how far I am. I have at that speed maybe 2 hours left in this, and then this is where I am in Zenith Nexus. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'm hoping to have both of these books finished by end of day today. Then we have the top of my craft dresser. The black HP printer we don't use anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that and unstack my washi tape drawers. I want to find spots for those miscellaneous items and clean off the top of my Canon printer. It kind of turns into a catch-all sometimes. And then these are the dressers. I'm trying to back up as best as I can. So like I said, it's 6 drawers. I think it actually is a dresser. I don't remember what the name of it is, but if I can find it, I will link that down in the description box below. So in this top drawer, we have planner stickers and goodies and things that I would like to get rid of. I also keep some of the mailers that it comes in. That way, if I want to send some stickers out to anyone, I can throw them in packaging without having to buy it. I've also got more planner stuff in this drawer, like hole punches, a labeling machine, old planners, and like dashboard stuff. Then this drawer is mostly, I've got my one of the new bullet journal boxes in here. I've also got like watercolor stuff and calligraphy stuff, hand lettering stuff. Then this drawer up here is all of my foiling. This is my photo printer and other such things, hole punches. This is all of my printer paper. This middle section here is basically all wedding stuff. And then I've got sticker paper on the other side. And then this bottom drawer is the biggest mess of all. It is all my scrapbooking stuff. I've got like paper packs under my cutter and my folder. I've got wax beads from the wedding and other such things that I would like to organize a heck of a lot better. I didn't get rid of quite as much as I wanted to, but I'm really happy that things are organized again and my cabinet is all cleared off. So I've got things together that makes a little bit more sense. This is going to be crinkly and loud. But this drawer especially, it may not look that different, but it really is. This is just such an awkward shape. I would really like it up in this drawer with all my hole punches and stuff. but it doesn't fit lengthwise. It's just like a millimeter too big. But yeah, feels good to have everything all organized and nice looking again. So I am going to wrap up this vlog here. Skylar would really like to watch either a movie or X-Files tonight, so I'm going to finish editing. I am going to get Nexus finished tonight for sure. I've got an hour and 40 minutes left, but if I'm listening to it on a faster speed, it should only be around an hour left. And then I will get a lot more Red and Fire. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to finish it up, but I'm also going to post in a local planner group some of the stickers and things that I want to get rid of and destash, and a couple other things if anyone wants to grab them. I think I'm going to do $5 a bag, or and I can either post it or I can drop off if they're really local to me. I've got like sticker paper and stuff that I would like to get rid of as well, so especially for people in my same town. But yeah, it's been a productive day, I feel like. Next thing I'm going to tackle might be that, and then I need to get to my desk at some point. Obviously there's some things on it that I need to put away. Like I have a GPS system that I need to clear my address and saved addresses from, and then that can go in my Goodwill box and things like that. But it feels nice to have at least one area of my office all cleaned up and good to go. So as always, I would love to know how your reading went for this week. If you're participating in the N.E.W.T.s, was this your week that you stalled out as well? I would love to know that I'm not the only one. But yeah, as always, would just love to know what you read during the week. So if you feel so inclined, please do let me know down in the comments below. I will chat with you there until my next video. Bye!